It's getting a lot harder for web designers. Not only are there more designers, but your clients have more options than ever before, especially with AI. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your job much easier. By the end of this video, you're going to have a super clear plan on exactly how to find clients, how to sign those clients, and how to charge more for your work. And if you do all of this correctly, you're going to become irreplaceable to your clients. So this video is sponsored by the Solo Agency Blueprint, which is my program that teaches you how to run a one-person web design agency. At the time of posting this video, enrollment is open and you can join for 50% off. So go check it out. All right, so if you're struggling with your web design business, having a hard time finding clients, or you're just unsure about your future as a web designer, there's really just one word that you need to know, and that word is niche. And I'm not just talking about only building websites for dentists or chiropractors. There are a lot more ways to niche down than just choosing to serve one single industry. Niching down actually means that you're picking a very specific person to serve or a very specific problem to solve. But don't worry if this doesn't make sense quite yet, because I'm about to show you a real example. Now, choosing a niche does require some commitment, especially with your messaging and your website. And you might worry that if you adjust all of these things, you might exclude other people that don't fall within your niche, and you might worry about losing more clients. But I can promise you that you're losing far more clients by being a generalist than you will by niching down and excluding anyone. So this is what a lot of us are doing right now with our portfolio site. We've got a nice portfolio, the messaging is fine, but it's just too generalized. So it doesn't really appeal to any one person. Yes, it looks nice. Yes, you're showcasing your work, and this can definitely land you new clients, but it's not going to stand out. For a lot of us, our messaging is just, we build websites, which is really difficult because so does everybody else. So how is this different than the tens of millions of other web designers that your prospect could hire instead of you? A lot of which are probably a lot cheaper. So this is why choosing a niche is so critical to your success and survival as a web designer. Choosing a niche immediately makes you stand out from all the other designers. It makes you seem like an expert, which means that you can charge a lot more than you could as a generalist, and it means that prospects are going to want you more than you want them. When you choose a good niche and make all the necessary adjustments to your website and your messaging and your offer and your pricing, everything falls into place. And it's like flipping a switch where all of a sudden tons of clients are going to want to work with you. So what I did is I took this example of a general agency and I upgraded it using a specific niche that I feel like would actually be a killer place to position yourself as a web designer. So you could copy this exact example, or you can use this as inspiration to find your own niche. So this is the idea I had for this agency. There's this really popular website called Product Hunt, where creators announce their software launches. Every day there's tens, if not hundreds, of new products being launched on Product Hunt. Now, a lot of the products that you'll see here on Product Hunt get launched with almost no preparation, and they perform really poorly, which means that they get no exposure from Product Hunt. Now, I know that this can be a huge frustration because I've been there and I've had bad launches. So I decided that rather than being a general web designer that serves everyone, I could serve this very specific group of people and solve this very specific problem that they're having. So I adjusted my website and my messaging and really catered it towards these people launching on Product Hunt. So my goal now is, rather than just building them websites, I'm helping them prepare to dominate their next launch. And I do this through a new website, through positioning, through messaging, and anything else that I can do to help them prepare for that launch. So this position that I've taken, while it is very niche, it makes me hands down the #1 option for people that find themselves in this situation. Nobody that's struggling with a Product Hunt launch is going to see my website and then instead decide to go hire some local general web designer. When they find my website, they're going to know without a doubt that I have the solution that they're looking for. This also means that all of my advertising and content will all be really specific and personal to them. Even if I decide to do something like send out cold emails, my messaging is going to go from, hey, do you want a website, to mentioning specifics about their most recent launch, typical issues and struggles that we deal with during a launch, and I could also provide free resources like a launch checklist or a pre-launch site audit. So my point in making this video is, don't make it harder than it needs to be. If you keep trying to serve everybody, you're going to end up serving nobody. Lean into being an expert in one single vertical or solving one single problem, and your business and your revenue is going to become a lot more predictable. Now, here on YouTube, YouTube, I have a full free training that breaks down the different ways that you can niche down as a web designer. So if you want to watch that, you can just click this video right here. And if you want the full program on how to do all of this, from selecting a niche, setting up your portfolio, finding clients, and everything else, you can click this button right here and go check out the Solo Agency Blueprint. I hope to see you inside.